Okay, let's look at an example of this question by applying all these rules over here. So how do we do this? Now, how I like to think about this is how many things do I have in this bracket? Now, in this case, there are two things, which is the 2 and the a square. All right. So by applying the rule above, all we can do, all right, what we can do is take everything power by 3. Okay, so you can cover this first. So 2 to the power to 3. So 2 to the power of 3. And then next step, you will take a square to the power of 3. So I have a square here to the power of 3. Now we can expand this to the power of 3. That's 8. And then over here, we have a squared to the power of 3. We will get a to the power of 6. Okay? Next question. Same thing. How many things is inside the bracket? So that's 1, 2, and 3. 2, a squared, and b cubed. So every single thing that I underline will be squared. So 2 over here will be squared. A square over here, the whole thing will be squared. And over here, b cubed will also be squared. All right, everything could be squared. All right, so let's expand this. So 2 squared, that's 4. For this one, if you apply the rule above, we will get a to the power of 4. And this one will be b to the power of 6. Okay. Now, same thing over here. Let's take a look inside here. How many things are inside there? There are a total of 3 things. The 4, the a, and the b. So everything inside the back bracket here will be squared. Alright. So it will be 4 square, a square, b squared. So expand this, I will get 16 a squared, b squared. Alright. Next question. It's very similar, but again, there's a negative here. Alright. So we can change this into a fraction. So I will get 1 over b squared to the power of 3. And then I can expand this by having multiply the powers. So I will get b to the power of 6. Okay, I can leave my answer as this. Same thing over here. There's a fraction. We don't like, there's a negative. We don't like that. We can change it in a fraction. So 1 over ab squared to the power of 4. All right. Same thing here. How many things is inside this bracket? There are a total of 2 things. So these 2 things over here, right? Each of the 2 things over here has to be power of 4. So our final answer will look something like this. A to the power of 4, b squared to the power of 4. I will get b to the power of 8. All right. Last question over here. Again, there's a negative. I can always remove it by changing it into a fraction. So 1 over a squared, b cubed, and c to the power of 4 power by 5. All right. Again, how many things is inside this bracket? There are a total of 3 things, which is 1, 2, and 3. So all I have to do is each individual one of them have to power by 5. So my final answer will look like this. 1 over a to the power of 10, b to the power of 15, and finally c to the power of 20.